right, and we're back with 20 seconds left to go. Welcome to the game Kamikazes versus the VRDL All-Stars.
Are we doing team call-outs now?
Nope.
Still not?
Not that I've been told, and they're lined up, so no. Up to the line for Silicon Valley. In the white is PMS.
And she's taken on the fabulous Kitty Decapitate all the way from Australia. Getting ready for the first jam of the evening. It's going to be dynamite. We got some AC/DC setting the mood. It's an Australian theme today. Kitty taking some big hits. That's Sasha.
Degrader taking it to Kitty. Kitty had a hard time in the back of that pack. PMS made her way to the front, found that blue wall herself.
Awesome
it's like we're watching
defense.
two packs.
A pack of blue and white up the front there.
PMS is out, and she is your lead jammer in the white for a change for Kamikazes, a change from the normal green. Pia made her way back to the front, out to the inside. Got a couple of Victorians on top of her. She takes a hit, pirouettes, and sneaks back out. Calls it off. Fourth whistle's going to keep Kitty out. Oh, no, Kitty calls her point, and she is correct. 1 point for Victorian.
All right, points on the board for both teams. 3 points to Silicon Valley, taking on 1 point to the VRDL All-Stars. Next up, we have Mad Malorina lining up.
Going up against Bad Tempter. Tempter finding her way to the outside. 505 on the inside.
I think this. Oh, Mad Mel takes a hit. Can't quite navigate the Silicon Valley defense.
Tempter still hung up in the back with that blue wall.
She's clear lead. Jammer Mad Malorina.
Tempter fought her way to the front, going up against Skate Bush. Battle Skate Bush.
Skate Bush doing all she can.
Tempter almost made her way back, got behind Skate Bush. What she didn't know is Skate Bush fell down, and so she didn't have to go back.
Jammer on Jammer, toe-to-toe.
Nice lean back by Tempter, avoiding the first block. 505 staying on top of her. 505 mercilessly usurping her power and calling off the jam. I want to welcome to the microphone Senor Chingazo and Jimmy Switchblade. Smack Dahlia up to the line for the Kamikazes.
Oh, and it's bad news for Smack because she's taken on the fabulous Swish Karaboom. A wall of blue and white in front of the Jammers, a wall of black and white at the head of the pack. Pack's away, Jammers are off. Oh, Swish getting knocked left and right.
Smack Dahlia receiving the similar knocks from Rocky in the back. Also number 4.
Swish Karaboom, lead Jammer to the VRDL.
Dahlia saw help in that pack by working her way through. Smack Dahlia taking repeated shoulders from Rocky. Rocky being fed out by Degrader.
Rogue, one of the big hitters of the VRDL. Gentlemen, be on your best behavior when you talk to these girls. They've got some serious muscle.
Silicon Valley controlling in front of the cat with Beat of Bones as well as Sasha Degrader.
Oh.
Beat of Bones taking 138 to the outside. 138 Swish Carbone calling off the jam.
Nice block, man.
We're not hearing you. Why are we not hearing him? I don't know. The wires have been loose. I've had a couple of blank spots myself.
G-Banger back in the track, jamming for the girls. Got some supporters here all the way from Melbourne.
Going up against absolutely scabulous of the Silicon Valley Kamikazes.
Already, nope.
Melbourne cheer squad, they're a small crew, but they make up for it in rowdiness.
Scabulous running to the outside, getting an escort from Smash and Burn. Cutting inside hard, 8008 putting a stop to that.
Splatterpuss up the front, doing all she can to shut her down. G-Banger clears that pack first.
Abscap driven to the infield, returning back to the center.
Nice work, Axis of Yvonne, doing all she can. It's not enough.
Axel's the Yvonne looking to control that jam. It looks like Victorian skater off to the penalty box. And that's G Banger. It's a power jam for Silicon Valley. Abscap, it's all yours.
Is that, oh no, it's Axis of Yvonne. Ruby Rib Crusher, first time in the penalty box. She's joined 3 players down for the VRDL. Only defense on the track. A full contingent of the Silicon Valley girls.
Cosmo Trouble in the pack trying to regulate. Absolutely Scabulous left up in front to fend for herself. I spoke too soon, smash and burn. Dive bomb in that blue wall.
Hit Skate Bush, but she's up and ready.
Absolutely Scabulous getting through 2 more players. Anyways, back to the front. 5-point pass for Absolutely Scabulous.
Pack still away. Axis of Yvonne. Skate Bush up the front.
It looks like Silicon Valley's planning for the next jam, not really paying attention where their jammer is. No big deal. They're gonna let her fend for the front herself.
Oh,
Absolutely
fabulous.
Scabulous driving 52, way beyond that 20-point foot. 5-point pass once again for Absolutely Scabulous. Out of play penalty. We'll see 52 for Victorian go to the penalty box.
It's Axis of Yvonne. A big hit, but it cost her 1 minute. She's down and out.
Folks, we want to remind everybody's favorite Jammer line today is sponsored by Simply Bits, your local choice for communications, voice, and fax. And web.
Ladies and gentlemen, VRDL bringing out their heavy hitters up the front. We have Rocky Rogue, Calamity Mame, and 6'2" of attitude, the Berserker.
Off the line for Silicon Valley is PMS. Get in front of Kitty by a hair. Beat a bone sitting on top of Kitty. Throwing number 10 into her. 406 taking a piece of her as well.
Kitty taking some heavy hits there, but it's PMS through first.
PMS is not your lead jammer, though. Rocket Sauce, tell me why.
Kitty clears the pack, calls off the jam, does not want to get any opportunity to the Silicon Valley girls. We have a 6-foot game, 18 to Silicon Valley, 12 points to the VRDL.
Looks like Laura is taking a nap on the jammer line. Up for the line for Silicon Valley is Bad Tempter.
And she's taken on Mad Mallarina 505 for the VRDL.
Tempter throwing a shoulder to Mad Mel before shooting through. Work found that opening on the outside. Bad Tempter for Doc Kamikazes is your lead jammer.
Formidable Silicon Valley defense. Mad Mel having trouble navigating through that pack. Looking for some support. I think it's costing the girls the player down in the penalty box.
Smash and burn sitting on top of that Victorian jammer. Bad Tempter taking advantage of the chaos. 5-point pass, grand slam.
Ruby Rib Crusher takes a stumble there, but still in the game. It takes a lot to knock these girls out of commission.
Bad Tempter, interesting stats. Gets
Ruby
through,
Rib
calling it
Crusher.
off. Body Crusher taking a shot at Bad Tempter, and that's perfectly legal because she can score till that 4th whistle. We have a timeout Victorian. Chingaso, what say you?
We want to thank our donors that make this Dust Devil possible. 1702 Pizza, Brooklyn Pizza, Brugger's Bagels, Chick-fil-A, Finley Distributing, Frog and Firkin, Magpie's Pizza, I almost said Maggie's, Mr. K's Barbecue, Rocco's Pizza, and Wildcat Liquors. Also, let's not forget that next weekend, the Tucson Derby brats for you local Tucsonans are going to take on Las Cruces Minor Threat Roller Derby. That's going to be at Catalina Magnet High School, April 21st.
The VRDL All-Star support crew getting a bit rowdy. Security, keep a close eye on them. Silicon Valley girls on the track, ready to roll. Swish Caraboom lines up to jam. Berserker Rocky Road, Calamity Mame up the front in defense. Still one player down.
And Swish will be going against Smack Dahlia.
Looks like Smack Dahlia's got about a foot of height after Swish Caraboom. This is going to be interesting. Packs away and jammers are off.
Smack Dahlia getting that escort on the outside by Decorator. It works. She got one last jammer to get through. She's going to try to push through. And working that 18, 19, 20 feet. They got to let her go.
Oh.
Smack Dahlia, your lead jammer.
Berserker down and out. The Victorian girls really suffering from the penalties at the start of this half.
Smack
Oh,
calling
Swish
off as she
takes
flies from
another
that
hit.
back.
Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, they breed them tough in Australia. We got the most dangerous snakes, the most dangerous predators, and the most dangerous roller derby girls. Beware.
Up to the line for Silicon Valley is PMS.
Old foe G-Banger taking her on.
Silicon Valley, where we breed the toughest computer nerds on the planet. Looks like PMS going by G-Banger. G-Banger drives P to the outside with a flick of her hip. P is back into it.
Incredible defense for the Silicon Valley. Making this as hard as they can. G-Banger doing all she can to clear that pack.
Pia blocking out of bounds. It is not your lead jammer. Lead jammer stat still up for grabs. Cosmo Trouble doing a good job for a half a lap sitting on top of that Victorian jammer. 789 Laura joining her. PMS not discouraged. Oh, unfortunately, PMS been sent to the penalty box.
Oh, G-Banger running unopposed as long as she can get through that Silicon Valley black and white wall. G-Banger with some support from the crowd. She's picking up some speed. Hungry for more points on the board is that Ruby Rib Crusher down and out.
That's right. It's a party in the penalty box. Cosmo Trouble will be joining her. T-Ranger dodging a block from Smash and Burn, breaks out with a 5-point pass.
G-Banger on the outside with an assist there by the Berserker. More points on the board for the VRDL. This is a close-knit game. We got just under 20 minutes on the clock. Anything can happen. Two evenly matched teams. Berserker with a big hit.
Smitin had that hole covered. I think she lost her footing on that one. That's the only reason I can see for that happening. Oh, we got legal procedure for the Victorian jammer. It's going to be a power jam.
Folks, we want to tell you real quickly that the shuttle is here. If you need a ride from the shuttle, you need to go outside. Shuttle is here.
We got some adjustments going on. We had Victorian jammer in the box. We got jammer coming out in 10 seconds. We got official timeout. Senor Chingaso, what say you?
Make sure you go and check out your vendors over there today. You can still get some stuff made by Nacho Burn Industries. I can see Downtown Dave working over there from here. And there's 5-on-5 over there. They have saddle tramps. Get some drinks. And make sure to check out the vendors outside. Get something to eat.
Approaching the next jam, we have some casualties down and out, the VRDL. I think that's G-Banger and Ruby Rib Crusher still with time to serve.
I tell you, considering the distance you've traveled, I've been very impressed not only with the amount of Victorian fans you brought, but the cheers as well. Those are awesome. I'm going to cheer for Victorian at Faust you're not even playing at. We just have some adjustments on top of adjustments made. Looks like we're back. Victorian's jammer did not get sent to the belly box.
We have the fabulous Skate Bush joins the track jamming for the VRDL. She's got some moves.
Skate Bush skating up that hill.
Oh, taking some
Working
heavy
on that
hits.
jam. PMS is back into it and burns through that blue wall in the back. PMS overpowering one of the blue skaters. Oh, she gets out in front. Did she get the finger? Oh. It seems PMS, fresh out of the penalty box, got a fourth minor. It's a power jam for Skate Bush.
Calamity Mime dishing out the hits, doing all she can to take control of that pack. There's that Zootown throwdown, having trouble navigating the blue and white. Oh, Skate Bush knocked out of bounds, down but not out.
Now it's a burning bush. Bush hunting back that mini white wall with beat of bones and Zootown throwdown. Oh, yes.
Skate
You cannot
Bush.
ring somebody's bell with an elbow.
Looks like we got some serious scrappers for Silicon Valley. I don't know if I need to translate scrappers in Australia means fighters.
It means scrappers. Degrader off the penalty box with Silicon.
The Bush with some very vocal fans. Oh!
Zootown
almost
throwdown
through.
starting it. Cosmo ending it. There's the end of the jam.
And Silicon Valley cops another penalty. It's Miss Cosmo Trouble. Splatterpuss taking control of the front of that pack. Calamity Mame dishing out the hits. Is it clean? I think it is.
PMS off that bench with a rampage. Unfortunately, not enough time to do any real damage just into the jam. Back up to the line for the Dot Kamikazes in white is Smack Dahlia.
Nice performance. We've also got Mad Mallarina taking on Jammin for the VRDL.
Wait, everyone take a picture. They're on the pivot line. Drink. Whoa, a hard hit. Smack Dahlia did not see that coming. Mallarina bringing her down.
Silicon Valley, 2 casualties in the penalty box. We've got Titty Get Tapitate, one of our star jammers up the front in pivot position, doing all she can to shut down Smack Dahlia. But Smack has got some serious moves. Mad Mallarina lead jammer for the VRDL All-Stars.
Smack Dahlia having a hard time, almost had her way out, brought to the back of the pack. A few laps now. You rarely see this. They're containing her. Smack Dahlia loses her footing, and that's going to put her far back.
Down but not out, straight back into the game. And Mad Mallarina clears that pack once again. More points on the board for the VRDL.
Miss Arena getting a free pass that time. Went through untouched. Smack Dahlia being ridden by number 12 to the outfield.
It's Berserker. Mad Mal knocked out of bounds there.
Smack Dahlia, I'm not sure what she knows what to do with this. They seem to have her number.
Oh,
they've got
smash
her
and
contained
burn.
lap after lap.
Smash and burn takes a penalty. And Mad Mal is out.
Arms penalty for the Victorian Jammer. It's a power jam for Smack Dahlia. Bionic Baby Doll ready there to help her, as well as the Greater and Cosmo Trouble of the Kamikazes. Yeah, that pack just sped up. Victorian control in the front.
Sasha DeGreater taking on 4 blue and white players. And one of them is a 6'2" Berserker. Not an easy task.
Folks, we want to remind you that we got 2 great matches coming out after this as well. We got AZRD versus Tucson, and then the championship game, Rocky Mountain versus Angel City.
Now, Mr. Chingasso, do we have a mixed scrimmage going on too?
I'm not sure about that.
I've heard we got a mix. We got some players who aren't skating this weekend. Is it co-ed? Mr. Motion, thank you. It's a co-ed scrimmage of the extra players who've been working the bout. Go and get on the inside this time. Oh, and they're off. And 34D Tempter just grinding hard in there.
It's Hot Rod Stacy, the fabulous Hot Rod Stacy, dishing out the big hits up the front of that pack.
It's a power jam for Tempter. They're trying to take advantage, and they're going to all focus on sitting on top of her.
I think that's Rube. No, it is Splatterpuss down and out for the VRDL. Bad Tempter.
Tempter out of that pack annually, G-League Jammer status. Tempter is through untouched, 5-point pass. Victorian controlling the front of this pack. Bellarian trying to get in there and then regroup, joins her team.
It's Calamity Mame and the gorgeous Hot Rod Stacy.
Smash and burn, putting Arena to the outside. Her scooting around. Firecracker takes a hit. Arena loses her footing. Tempter's back out for yet another 5-point pass.
Silicon Valley bridging that lead there. We got a 15-point game, 12 and a half minutes on the clock. Mad Mel down and out, looking for some support by her teammates.
Knee pad. We have a pad on the track.
Bad Tempter racking up some points here. We
Her-
have a 10-point game.
And that was our third Grand Slam as Tempter closes this gap.
Splatterpuss dishing out the hits. Joins that blue and white pack up the front on defense.
And we got a close bout right now. Victorian 55, Silicon Valley 46.
Yeah, no, she just got caught up. She'll be back. I'll let you know when she's back on.
Up to the line for Silicon Valley once again is PMS.
And once again taking on Swish Karaboom. We have a
Caribou
full...
and Peanut throwing shoulders, two separate packs, two separate walls holding two separate jammers.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the inside, it's Swish Karaboom. And Silicon Valley cops another penalty. Who's that?
Zoot down, throw down, onto the belly box. Swiss calling off the jam.
A nice strategy by Swish. Couple of quick points on the board and no opportunity given to Silicon Valley. We
That's
have
right.
58 points to the VRDL, taking on 46 points to Silicon Valley.
Yeah, that last jam, 3-0 advantage. Victorian, Silicon Valley's jammer coming off the track. Looks like it's a power jam for Victorian.
Sasha Degrader taking hits on both sides. Rocky Rogue dishing out the punishment. But she's not down or out. It's Kitty Decapitate that clears that pack first. Lead jammer VRDL. Silicon Valley really suffering casualties in this jam. Only two players on the track.
Degrader trying to sit on top of Kitty. Kitty is too agile, jumping left and right and up on the countertops. He's out of there. 5-point pass. Spanker's become that goat.
And she's taken on Rocky Rogue, Berserker, Smash and Pop, Calamity Mame.
An incredible juke left and right. We got like 4-foot leaps left and right by Kitty. Now I know why they name her Kitty, because she can jump.
Kitty racking up the points for the VRDL, but she's hungry for some more. Fancy footwork there up the front. Is it enough to navigate the Silicon Valley defense? It is. She's through once more.
Nice distraction by Australians. By Kitty gets through that pack around the outside.
Smash and Pop doing all she can to shut down PMS. It's not enough. She's through.
Victorian controlling the front of this pack once again. Various positions. Kitty shooting through and trying to get that fourth whistle. Pia calls her own points. Not quite. 2-1.
A tidy
advantage
jam
Silicon
for the
Valley.
VRDL. Points on the board. Kitty Decapitate doing what she does best.
Up to the line for Silicon Valley is Smack Dahlia.
Taking on Swish Karaboom once again. And we've got our first Cougar or reverse Poodle. Absolutely scabulous.
Smack coming the right smack in the back of that blue
Ooh,
pack.
She's pushing hard and fast.
Seeing a lot of muscle in this tournament.
Yeah.
Victorians jammer up in the front.
Oh, it's Skate Bush down and out. 1 minute.
Peter Bones trying to
Swish
contain her.
Karaboom. Silicon Valley down their jammer.
That's right, it's a power jam for Victorian.
Silicon Valley suffering some casualties. 3 players on the track. Swish Karaboom makes a pass once again. Bridging that lead.
Some beautiful agility by Swiss Karaboom. Those are some great blocks that were thrown. That's no slouch if you can dodge those.
Silicon Valley taking control of the front of that pack. The jam slows down. She's through. Swish Karaboom once again. More points for VRDL All-Stars.
Axis Eva moving up front, trying to anticipate that white wall.
She's joined by Splatterpuss, another one of our bruisers all the way from Australia. Swish Karaboom clears that pack once again. Some heavy hitters up the front. That's Ruby Ribcrusher taken out. Silicon Valley Jammer.
The baby doll went after it, couldn't quite reach her in time. And we're losing one of the Silicon Valley players for her 4th minor, and that's absolutely scabulous. Momentarily, a few moments ago, we saw absolutely scabulous getting her 4th minor going to the penalty box.
A tidy performance by the VRDL. We read 98 points to 48 points to the Silicon Valley. Still plenty of time on the clock in this half. And back on the track, the fabulous Hot Rod Stacey, the luckiest girl in Australia. She's done very well for herself, let me tell you.
Or maybe the drunkest. Up the line for Silicon Valley is Bad Tempter. Mad Marina being held back by Silicon Valley. Bad Tempter working her way to the front. Someone give her the finger. No, arms penalty. Bad Tempter does not get lead jammer status. Oh, there it is.
Rocky Rogue down and out. 1 minute to serve.
All right, folks, we still want to remind you that there's a lot of food out there to be eaten, drinks. Make sure you stock yourself up. We got a couple of great games coming up. And it looks like we have a piñata to bust down.
That piñata is for the champions. They get to take that piñata and this stick home.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to lower that like the, New Year's Eve or something.
No, we're actually going to lower the 2nd place contenders, and they're going to get hit by the 1st place contenders. That's
Okay.
part of the deal, too.
Cool. All right.
Why won't Candy come out?
Packs away, but it is slow. It is tight.
Smash and Burn doing her part to dismantle that slow pack, and they're off.
And Kitty with some nice support by Splatterpuss, but it's not enough.
PMS shot to the inside. She is not your lead jammer. Illegal procedure on PMS. Lead jammer stats. There you go.
Kitty clears that pack lead jam and calls it off before any opportunity given to Silicon Valley.
Scored 98-48. Victorian. A little more than 4 minutes left to go in this first half. Kamikaze's just lost Sasha DeGrade to the belly box.
Packs away, jammers are off. Skate Bush back in the game, taken on. Absolutely scabulous.
Cosmo Trouble slowly grinding Skate Bush to the outside. Skate Bush comes in with a very vengeance.
Calamity Mame, nice defense.
Abscabulous dropped hard on her butt onto the outside. Yeah, it looks like Abscabulous passed a player. Improper pass.
Unfortunately, Skate Bush jamming for the VRDL, cops a penalty.
It's a power jam for Kamikaze. Absolutely scabulous.
This belongs absolutely Scabulous all the way. A great opportunity to bridge that gap.
Bionic Baby Doll at Kamikaze is going in there and trying to break up that blue wall. Abscab right in Cosmo trouble through that pack. Abscab is driven to the outside, but Rocky loses her footing. Abscab's back. Abscab going up against Berserker. Berserker drives to the infield and keeps on riding her. 77 Rocky takes over. Abscab is taking it and is keeping it in the inside. Scabulous hitting the infield, but hitting the infield in front. She gets to contend with just one skater left. They gotta let her go. An absolutely fabulous ride for absolutely Scabulous.
Tremendous defense by the VRDL, but absolutely Scabulous will not be shut down.
She's absolutely Scabulicious. Abscab dropped to the outside and goaded into the back.
Skate Bush clears that pack once again. I think we got some points on the board for the VRDL. The jam's still in play. Plenty of time. Fancy footwork by Skate Bush, but there's a pack of black and white up the front there. Calamity Mame offers some support.
Victorian breaking that century mark, 102 to 54. Minute 50 left to go in this first half.
Swish Garaboom back in the game. Who's she taking on?
Up to Silicon Valley, it's number 34D, Bad Tempter. Bad left in the back of the pack.
Oh, taking hits on both sides. Rocky Rogue, Axis of Yvonne, but it's not enough to shut it down. Bad Tempter clears that pack first. Lead jammer to the Silicon Valley.
Tempter hands up, going to dive through.
My goodness. The inside, Swish Garaboom.
Tempter had the momentum, but she got hung up hard. 138 got a free pass on the inside. Things have changed.
Sasha the Greater with some nice support there.
Tempter off to the penalty box. It's a power jam for 138. Swish Garaboom.
Swish.
This is my Garaboom stick. Zootown throwdown, just slowly escorting to the back, escorting yourself to the belly box. Odd.
Sasha the Greater with some heavy hits up the front there with Smash and Burn. Not enough. Swish Garaboom is through.
It must be a superpower her. She found that they opened the inside up for her. It's like you must refuse to see 4 beatings and then you get daylight.
A full contingent for VRDL. Only 2 players on the track for the Silicon Valley. But we got 2 heavy hitters up the front doing all they can to shut down Swish Garaboom. She's through once again. Another penalty, Sasha Degrader.
Garaboom caught in some Kamikaze sandwiches. Unfortunately, a Degrader hit her too far out of play. She's off to the penalty box.
Bad Tempter picking up some incredible speed as she rejoins the game. And
Tempter racing back, trying to get that point for the 4th whistle. It does not happen.
Swish shuts it down before any opportunity can be given.
BMS taking a nap on that line. We got halftime.
We're going to have a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. In 14 minutes and 42 seconds, this game's going to continue. We have 124 points to the VRDL, taken on a tidy 59 points to the Silicon Valley. Stick around.
Get some food, get some drinks, and come back. And some merchandise.
All right, and we're back. Welcome, Senor Chingazo. If Jimmy Switchblade would like to join us, we miss him. Jimmy Switchblade, please step away from the babysitter.
All right, folks, you got about 20 seconds left to get some food, get some drinks, get some merchandise to take back with you. We want to make sure that these vendors leave with less than what they got here with.
The vendors would like to exchange food for cash. If you have some cash, they have some food, and some incredible food that is. Yesterday, I went to Planet of the Crepes, got their strawberry banana French custard one, and I had them add Nutella. It was a beautiful thing.
And I think you got introduced to Sonoran hot dogs last year, right? And you.
Yeah, so those are beautiful hot dogs. We got a version of Sonora hot dogs out there. They're using maple bacon. Beautiful out there. Go make sure you get that Baja dog out there. Is that your day's been? No, I'm going to make fun of you. I got my own room. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Jimmy Switchblade. Back to the line for this first jam is PMS of the Doc Kamikazes.
Coming into the second half, we got 2 casualties down for the Silicon Valley in the penalty box. And I think we got a full contingent of blue and white there. The fabulous Kitty Decapitate, Jammin', Calamity Mame up the front, pivoting.
G standing in her own spot.
She's her own woman. She does what she wants.
I think the rest are discussing what they're going to do for the after party.
G Ranger getting her 4th minor off to the penalty box, coming back minor free next time. PMS grinding hard, a wall of blue, linking elbows.
And Kitty Decapitate getting some serious hits, and it's Rocky Rogue. A fantastic support.
Pia was on that path. Great job, blockers. Victorian got it.
Great blocking, but it's cost him Calamity Mame out of action for 1 minute.
I am maimed and confused myself. Well, that was a short one. Wisely called. Pia had the lead, even though she was not the lead jammer. Up to the line for Silicon Valley is Catherine Beat Bones.
Some more of the fabulous Australian band AC/DC setting the mood for the VRDL girls. And I think it's Mad Melorina rejoins the track jamming for the VRDL. Who's she taking on?
Catherine Beat Bones of the Dot Kamikazes. They're the ones in white.
Oh, some nice form on both sides.
Oh, nice form indeed.
That's a fighting term, not a sexual term.
Oh, then I rescind my offer. 505 getting a free pass shot to the front. They tried to get her. They weren't in place in time.
Ruby Rib Crusher, some big hits. It's not enough. Catherine Beater Bones still in the game.
505 calling for some help, inviting her blockers to join her. From her knees, calls it off before Beat Bones can get back into it.
Smash and burn. Awesome defense. No, it's not called off.
Yeah, we are still going. It looks like Victorian had a penalty. They could not call it the jam. It's a power jam for Catherine Beat Bones.
The Silicon Valley defenders trying to take control of the front of that pack. Ruby Rib Crusher boxed in. Axis of Yvonne takes Catherine on. It's not enough. She's clear once again. More points for the Silicon Valley team.
Silicon Valley could bring it back. They're within reach. They're going to bring back a different game. They're going to have to figure out Victorian's game and change it up this time. Beat Up Bones just taking the hits and counter-blocking their way through. 5 more points for Catherine Beat Up Bones and the Dot Kamikazes.
Fantastic performance by Catherine Beat Up Bones, taking on Ruby Rib Crusher, one of the serious bruisers of the VRDL.
Catherine Beat Up Bones signaling, waving to the audience and getting back into that pack. Bell Ringer going in there and regulate that blue wall.
Bell Ringer, nice support for a team breaking up that blue and white wall up the front.
24 taking Beat Up Bones to the outside and recycling her to the back of the pack.
It's not enough. Mad Mel clears that pack once again.
Welcome back to the jam line for Dot Kamikazes. This is PMS.
Is this another Cougar we're seeing tonight?
Ladies, hide your paper boys. Tempter off to the penalty box, getting her 4th minor penalty.
And Kitty Decapitate lining up against PMS. Jammer on jammer.
Sent off the penalty box for a legal procedure. I'm not sure if it started or not. It feels kind of started, but no one's moving.
Smash and pop in the middle there, doing all she can to shut PMS down.
Oh, there we go. Now it started.
And Kitty takes some big hits. That's spanking Firecracker. Nice defense.
PMS trying to run the entire pack.
On the inside, PMS clears that pack first. Lead jammer.
Oh, there's the whistles. And before Kitty can get back in the pack, that 4th whistle blows. And not being able to score also blows.
Folks, the shuttle bus is here again. If you need a ride, get on the shuttle bus. Don't confuse it with the double Dutch bus.
G-Banger in fine form, lining up to jam for the girls. She's ready to go.
They're on the pivot line. The pivot line is crying from happiness. Pivot line sends thank you notes.
Both jammers hitting that pack hard and fast. Who's going to clear it first?
Zootown throwdown jamming for the Dot Kamikazes.
Taking on Ruby Rib Crusher once again with some support there by Axis of Yvonne and Skate Bush.
Zootown throwdown. Going through with a surgeon's type precision there, making sure not to get that back blocking penalty. Zootown throwdown is your lead jammer for the Dot Kamikazes. Back to the line for the Silicon Valley is Bad Tempter. Judge injuries noted absolutely scandalous, getting her 4th minor penalty. You're going to send her off to the penalty box.
Black and white up the front of that pack there. Dot Kamikaze girls trying to take control of this jam. Kitty Decapitate doing all she can, taking some heavy hits up the front.
Kitty and Tempter trading shoulders early. Tempter left behind. Kitty making her way to the front. Both are stalling. Could be anybody's.
Kitty Decapitate is through. Hot on her heels, toe to toe. Bad Tempter.
calling off as Tempter runs through that pack. Yes. Blue at 0. Time out. Victorian. Senior Changasso, take it away.
Folks, we just want to remind you again about our vendors, Derby Life, Derby Famous, Derby Supply, 5on5 Magazine, Rydell Skates, Rogo Illustrations, Roller Attic, Skate Inc. If you need some work on your skates, Sin City Skates is right over there. And we also have the Tucson Derby Brats that are selling some snacks over there, or taking donations for snacks, and then they're selling shirts. They have a bout coming up next Saturday at 2 o'clock at Catalina Magnet High School. They're going to be playing Las Cruces Minor Threat Roller Derby.
We are back to the line. Jeremy, for the first time today for Silicon Valley's Dot Kamikaze. He says Bionic Baby Doll in the white. Going up against Mad Mallarina. In the blue for Victorian, the VRDL. Victorian fans, are you just yelling out random stuff? When it's just one of you, I just have to question. Victorian, blah, 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 blah. Victorian, blah, 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 blah. I still dig your enthusiasm. Silicon can control the front. Sit on top of Victorian. Victorian on one skate. Powers through with a twist of a hip. Mel Matarina, your lead jammer.
Berserker rejoins the pack, take control up the front there. Sasha, the great addition out the hits.
The Bionic Baby Doll, this $6 million baby, still humping the center of that pack.
Some stumbles in the pack. Everyone's back into the game. Awesome defense on both sides.
Bionic Baby dipping low. Got to get past one more. Axis of Yvonne. She does, and she's out. She's behind one lap, though, unfortunately.
Jammer on jammer. Mad Mel calls it off before any opportunity can be given to the Dot Kamikazes.
Back to line is Bad Tempter. We got some knees taken. Cosmo sitting on top of two knees without touching. Beautiful job doing there and just beating shoulders left and right.
Bad Tempter is through. Picking up some speed, hard and fast.
Tempter is your lead jammer. Skate Bush, not so much. Tempter working that inside. Zootown provides the defense. Tempter calling it off from the infield.
Rocky and Calamity Mame dishing out some serious defense there, and I think it's clean too.
This just in. A lot of the food trucks are scheduled to leave at 3 o'clock, so do not postpone too long.
You got about 20 minutes.
After 3 o'clock, there'll be one truck left with some crackers and Cheese Whiz. So go get your food now. Absolutely scabbing us off the line for our Dot Kamikazes.
And she's taking on G, banger for the VRDL. Oh, some stumbles in the pack. The girls are back up and ready to go.
G-Ranger with a nice hop, dodging some blocks.
Oh, G-Banger taken out.
I'm just going to reach out and say Spanker Firecracker got a low block. She's in the penalty box. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, Victorian Jammer passed somebody improperly. Lost a point on that one, but could get some more. Shoots to the inside. 5-point pass to make up for lost points.
A fancy footwork by G-Banger. Strong support defensive up the front there. This is definitely a power jam. G-Banger running unopposed. Taking some hits. It's not enough. She clears that pack once again. Victoria Roller Derby League extending the lead all they can. Nice support by the VRDL, doing what they can to get G-Banger through.
Beta Bones tried to ride her out and took her to that 21-foot mark before Granger got out and got away with another 5-point pass.
21 foot. Australians are on the metric system.
When I go to Australia, we will rediscuss. Welcome to America. The only unit of 10 we measure by are people's looks. Oh, and Miss
Bad news for the VRDL. Their enforcer, Miss Berserker, down and out in the penalty box. 1 minute. A full contingent rejoins the track for the Silicon Valley Kamikazes.
Silicon Valley approaches that century mark at 92 to 154.
Skate Bush back on the track in offense. And we're rejoined by the fabulous Hot Rod Stacy up the front, joining Rocky Rogue, Calamity Mame.
Skate Bush going up against PMS. Somehow that's very fitting. And Kamikazes have lead jammer status with PMS.
Oh, heavy hits. Calamity Mame takes a stumble.
Cosmo Trouble off to the penalty box. We have timeout Victorian. Senior Chingasso, take it away.
Folks, we want to remind you that everybody's favorite line, the Jammer line, is sponsored by Simply Bits, your local choice for communications, web, voice, and fax.
And the pivot line sponsored by Cold Winds and Crickets.
We got some furious tactics being discussed by both sides here. This is where the bench managers and bench coaches earn their keep. Jude's side for the VRDL, laying down the law for the girls. She's a harsh mistress, let me tell you.
And folks, don't forget, after this bout, I think we have a break after this bout, and then we have AZRD taking on, no break? Oh, scrimmage, that's right, I'm sorry, my bad, the scrimmage. And then we have the AZRD versus Tucson, the in-state rivalry. And then the championship, the roller derby ladies of the City of Angels versus the Rocky Mountain Roller Girls. And the after party at Club Congress.
Where you could do your best to prevent announcers from getting sober. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Power jam, kitty, 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 kitty.
And Kitty Decapitate doing what she does best. She's offensive, she's defensive.
Kitty
She's
up in
taken
the
on
front.
a wall of black and white. Can she navigate it?
Kitty struggling in the front. Smash and Burn got to let her go. Smash and Burn getting a penalty off the penalty box. Nice and release Kitty with a grand slam of 5 points.
Silicon Valley down their pivot and their jammer. Not a good situation to be on when Kitty Decapitate is wreaking havoc on the track. She's hungry for some more points on the board for the VRDL. Blue and white up the front, offering us some support.
The blockers were on blockers, and they forgot about Kitty. Team Enforcer Cosmo Trouble is going to escort PMS through that pack. She did it. She punches one. PMS takes a hole. She gets out.
Splatterpuss takes a serious hit from behind, but she's still up and going. Kitty calls off the jam. Doesn't want to give PMS any opportunity.
I gotta ask you, Jimmy Switchblade, why did Caribou make bunny ears? She made bunny ears. She made foo-foo bunny ears. I don't know what happened.
It's
What
an
does that
unusual
signal?
Australian custom. It's usually, the best translation is it's showing respect to the announcers.
Nice.
That's probably the closest translation.
Up to the line is Bad Tempter for the Dot Kamikazes.
I'll do the bunny ears.
Swish Karaboom picking up too many minors.
And it's very nice at Dot Kamikazes to supply a spare jammer in case the first one malfunctions.
A Rocky Rogue looking for some support from the Aussie contingent in the crowd.
I'm guessing that we're trying to see if a jammer goes to the penalty box or not. If she does, then we pull the other one off. If not, Tempter stays. PMS has a smoke.
Defensive teams both discussing strategy up the front.
Chingaso, is there anything to sell to anybody else while we're waiting?
I'm sure there is. Yeah, let me check here. There is the Rydell skates over there. We got Downtown Dave is still doing his shirts over there. You can see him working away.
Let me jump in and thank Sin City Skates for being this tournament skate tech. Go to sincityskates.com. We give a fudge.
We got Derby Supply Net over there too. Got a bunch of vendors over there still. Remember, folks, though, the food's going to be gone. Some of them are going to be gone at 3 o'clock, so you only got a few minutes left for that.
And Victoria is out, and your lead jammer. Beat the bones off the penalty box.
And Swish no, it's Skate Bush, sorry, running unopposed. Oh, takes some heavy hits up the front from a wall of black and white.
Skate Bush.
And she's
Kamikazes
through.
pinball before she breaks out. 5-point pass for Victorian. Both teams approaching their own century marks. Just not the same one.
Skate Bush dishing out the hits. Calamity Mame shoots up the front for some support. It's not enough.
F80 going after Skate Bush. Skate Bush fends her off and shoots out. She breaks away from the back. Nice run by Zootown. Not enough, though. Bush keeps going.
Formidable defense by Spankin' Firecracker, taking on the heavy hitters of the VRDL. Not an easy task.
Smash and pop, doing battle with PMS. PMS walks her past that 20-foot mark and escapes.
And it's G-Banger rejoining the Tractor Jam for the VRDL. And who's she taking on?
Bad Tempter. Jammed so many times this tournament, you probably know her better than I do. Bad Tempter, number 34D.
Both jammers got some serious form. I'm expecting dynamite.
Serious
Packs away.
form.
Jammers are off. G-Banger.
G-Ranger is your lead jammer. Actually, Yvonne dropped hard.
A hard hit, but she's straight back up.
Tempter makes her way up the front, doing battle with a backwards Victorian. Nice job. Once again, not the big hit on Tempter, but stalled long enough for G-Ranger to catch up. Tempter keeps going.
Jammer on jammer. Dishing out the hurt.
It looks like G-Ranger's got a 1-lap lead with that 5-point pass. Yeah, toyed with her till they got to the pack. Calling it off before they get back inside.
G-Banger knocks it back. Not giving any opportunity to Silicon Valley girls. We have our amended scoreboard, which reads 189 to VRDL, 96 points to the Dot Kamikazes.
But a very strong 96 points. Up to the line for the Dot Kamikazes. He's absolutely scabulous.
Mad Mel joins the penalty box. Mad Mel and her frilly undies.
Nice. Getting her fourth minor penalty. Going to come back in minor penalty free. Scabulous going up against number 138. Scabulous held back 138 in the advantage so far.
Here she comes. Swish Karaboom. Doing what she does best. She's got some serious speed, some serious footwork.
Scabulous
Whoa,
going
Calamity
into
Main.
Victorian. She counterblocks. Scabulous stays up. Number 4 goes down. Scabulous is out of the pack.
Player after player taking the hits in that scrum. Swish takes a heavy hit too.
Karaboom would like some clarification. I see a big question mark over the top of her head. Mine too. Up to the line for Dot Kamikazes is Zootown Throwdown. Miss Zootown, we're going against Skate Bush of the VRDL. Dot Kamikazes immediately releasing their jammer with a knee. Zootown tries to get the inside, got to the infield.
Splatter push shuts her down. Jammer's neck on neck in that pack. We've copped a penalty for the Silicon Valley girls. It's bell ringer down and out for 1 minute. Skate Bush shoots through the lead. Ruby Rip Crusher, awesome defense.
Yeah, because they really distracted Zootown just long enough for the Victorian jammer to get past, get lead jammer status. And then Zootown drew a major penalty. She's off to the box. It's a power jam.
Bad news for the Dot Kamikazes. It's Skate Bush running unopposed. Skate Bush has got a bit of a reputation in Australia, the longest legs in roller derby. And she knows how to use them.
Was that a ZZ Top reference?
That was a sexual reference. I apologize. Skate Bush shoots through. Taking some big hits up the front there.
And Silicon Valley getting a little piece of Victorian, but Victorian's going to get through with a 5-point pass.
Skate
the
Bush is
grader
through.
threw the hit, but it was not quite legal. She's off to the penalty box. 4-2, advantage Victorian. This is an ulcer maker.
Skate Bush with points on the board, but she's hungry for some more. She does it, clears that pack once again.
It was a race for the Century Market. Victorian won. And Victorian calls it off just as Zootown re-enters from the penalty box.
Hot Rod Stacy up the front, rejoining the track. Kitty Decapitate, Rocky Rogue, and the Berserker offering some support by G-Banger, jamming for the girls.
Tempter off the line, throwing shoulders with G. Throws G into some players while she heads to the front.
Hot Rod Stacy dishing out the hits. It's not enough. Bad Tempter is through. Lead jammer.
Tempter Tempter back into it, back up to the front, dodging his Victorian, calls it off. Victorian calling their 1 point and successfully doing so. Victorian 1 point.
Bad Tempter with some nice strategy there. Some quick points on the board. Calls off the jam before any opportunity can be given to the VRDL. Swish Karaboom rejoining the track to jam.
We got 8 minutes left in this bout. 205.97 Victorian.
And a healthy 97 points to the Dot Kamikazes. Plenty of time on the clock. Anything can happen.
And just a note, Silicon Valley has 2 timeouts left. Victorian has 1 left. Pia Hump in the back, sat upon, stalled her long enough. Victorian gets lead jammer status.
Swish Karaboom, but there's a casualty. Calamity Mame down and out. Smash and Burn takes a hit, but straight back up.
PMS falls, but beautifully takes the momentum of that roll to roll right back up and into the front.
Miss Shivers dishing out some punishment up the front there. You don't want to upset these girls. Oh!
Interesting by Degrader.
Swish with a big hit. And she's up and about.
Yeah, you can tell like by Degrader, she did not intend that whatsoever. We have a timeout, San Chigasso. Take it away.
We want to thank again our donors that have made this Dust Devil possible. Brooklyn Pizza, 1702 Pizza, Wildcat Liquors, Rocco's Pizza, Mr. K's Barbecue, Magpie's Pizza, Frog and Firkin, Finley Distributing, Chick-fil-A, and Brugger's Bagels. And reminder, once again, there is an after party tonight at the Hotel Club Congress.
Up to the line for .com College is absolutely Scabulous. Scabulous driven inside with a bump from 505. Victorian's jammer. Scabulous returning the favor before hitting the pack.
Mad Melorina copping some big hits there at the back of the pack. Berserker trying to take control up the front there, but she's got some opposition from Silicon Valley. Cosmo Trouble, formidable defense, but Mad Melorina is through.
Cosmo Trouble, what I would call .com Kamikaze's enforcer. Unfortunately, Cosmo's going to the penalty box. Absolutely Scabulous out of that pack.
Mad Mel with lead jammer status calls off the jam before any opportunity can be given. And I think that smash and pop down and out. 1 minute to serve. She's joined by 2 players from Silicon Valley.
Speaking of Silicon Valley, up to the line is Catherine Beat of Bones.
Catherine Beta-Jones clears that pack first. Impressive performance.
Bad Tempter back on the line for the Kamikazes in white.
And she's taken on Swish Karaboom, who's put in a tremendous performance tonight. Up the front, we got Rocky Road, Calamity Mayhem, and Berserker on defense for the VRDL. On the inside, Swish Karaboom clears that pack first.
Bad Tempter having a hard spill, working with Berserker, getting back. Berserker, unfortunately, in front. She needs to go back to the front. I'm not sure what happened there. Tempter got sent, but I couldn't have figured that out.
Bad Tempter down and out. Swish Karaboom running unopposed. I've learnt not to question the Zebra officials. Their word is God. Oh, unfortunately, Berserker down and out, and it's Rocky Rogue too.
She didn't want to go by herself. Hey, what happened to our lights? It's time to go home. Yeah, it's 2 a.m.
Swish Karaboom clears that pack. More points on the board for the VRDL. And the pack slows down. Up the front, we've got Smash and Pop, Calamity Mame, the only defense left for the VRDL.
Calamity Mame tried out Cosmo Trouble back. Cosmo Trouble getting in every position at once. Cosmo sitting on top of Karaboom. Working her way up front to hit her, re-hit her. She goes after her. Boom, dodges the hit.
Oh.
Dodges the hit from 789.
Swish Karaboom clears that pack once again. Calamity Mame, Smash and Pop doing all they can against a full contingent of black and white.
And Tempter got called for legal procedure on that one, I believe. She is out, racing for those points. She got 3 points for all that effort. Nice job. Silicon Valley hitting the century mark, 103-230. Catherine Beater Bones up to the line for the Dot Kamikazes.
And it's the gorgeous Mad Melorina for the VRDL.
Evon hitting that pack on the outside, shoots to the inside.
Oh,
SRB
Jammer
with
on
a shot
Jammer.
lead. Beat of Bones, it dropped to the infield and recycled to the back of the pack. Nice jump over her own player by Beat of Bones.
Oh, we got another heavy hit in the pack there, but she's back up and going.
Evon getting a whip from Berserker.
Zoodown Showdown with some heavy hits, but it does not stop her. Axis of Yvonne dishing out the punishment.
Beat of Bones taking some hits to the center, taking her time, trying to get out when it's the appropriate time.
Taking
Zootown,
on Rocky Rogue and Berserker, not an easy task.
beautiful job by Zootown going around that issue with her own jammer and the blue blockers to try to head off the jammer. Didn't quite work, but a great eye by Zootown. Zootown up front with Smack Dahlia.
Zootown throwdown, doing all she can. It's not enough.
All right, folks, if you've got an order with Nitro Burn Industries, if you have a customized shirt over there waiting for you, there should be about 5 of you. Downtown Dave would like you to get over there and pick it up.
I'm glad you reminded me. I ordered a sandwich from Nitro Burn. And it looks like we got 26 seconds left, 22 seconds left on the jammer clock. This one's going to end it. Tempter's up against Skate Bush on the jam line.
And I think this is one of the rare jams. We start with a full contingent on both sides.
And we already got a legal procedure going on. Absolutely Scabulous watching that back blocking.
Fancy footwork, Bad Tempters through first. A clear pass, no penalty. Oh, unfortunately we do have a penalty to Silicon Valley. Absolutely Scabulous, down and out.
Tempter hits the pack first. This is their chance to close that gap. Tempter calling it off. Tempter taking the final victory, 1-0 on that jam. We're going to wait for the final.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just waiting for official confirmation of the scoreboard. Ladies and gentlemen, VRDL 239 points to Silicon Valley. Kamikaze's 104 points. Let me introduce VRDL All-Stars, G-Banger, Berserker, Swish Garaboom, Mischievous, Smash and Pop, Ruby Rib Crusher, Calamity Mame, Skate Bush, Mad Melorina, Axis of Yvonne, The Gorgeous, Hot Rod Stacy, Rocky Rogue, Splatterpuss, and Kitty Decapitate.
Victorian coming a long way, making their trip all worthwhile, putting a great performance on. Let's also thank the Kamikazes. Bionic Baby Doll, the Smack Dolly, absolutely scabulous. Tennessee Smartin, Bell Ringer, PMS, Bad Tempter, Zootown Throwdown, Sasha Degrader, Laura, Smash and Burn, Catherine Beat a Bone, Spanking Firecracker, and very pleased to see make it back to the track, Cosmo Trouble. I am the Reverend Mike, and for Jenny Switchway and Senior Chigasso, we thank you. Make sure you stay tuned for the next bout.